a couple of months now, the indigenous people of Biafra have always been either alleged to have been in one form of social menace or the other, always seeming to be at the center of it, or either directly or indirectly. Most often than not, their names are always mentioned in one issues of social menace in Southeast or another. Well, as we speak, the status is about to change as the Southeastern governors are ready to unravel, are ready to speak up on exactly the challenges they are facing in Southeast concerning the level of insecurity and what may be exactly behind all these issues. Hello and welcome back to Global Happenings Today TV. Well, before we go to the news proper to find out exactly what they're giving to us, alright, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. The Southeast Governors Forum has asserted that the insecurity and bringing down in Southeast have gone beyond the indigenous people of Biafra and the Eastern Security Network, IPOB ESN respectively, as criminals now find it easy to hide under the name to commit the crimes. The chairman, Southeast Governors Forum and Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Chief David Nwenze Umahi, who made this known after an emergency meeting with Southeast governors and leaders, noted that the government is very committed to the fight against insecurity and hard drugs. We warn all criminals who have styled themselves as indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and ESN, Eastern Security Network, to bring down our people to stop immediately, the governor said. The chairman also condemned the video clip that showed policemen who were allegedly brought down and the youth who styled themselves as members of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network as ESN, adding that justice will be served. We have resolved among ourselves to work with security agencies to determine the authenticity of this video report and, if found to be true, to apprehend the perpetrators by all possible means to face the law. We are aware of similar videos in the past, and when subjected to forensic review were found out to have happened outside Nigeria. We assure Nigerians, especially the police community, that we will not rest until we have done justice to this matter, he stated. The governors also discussed the issue of the increased intake of drugs in Southeast, especially the new one called methamphetamine, locally known in Southeast as Buru. We have decided that all shops and locations where any of this is sold will be forfeited to the state government, and all those promoting the trade or indulging in these issues shall be seriously isolated to face the law. Rehabilitation of those misled into it is also ongoing. We urge community leaders to give secret phone numbers through the special numbers offered by our governors on security and social menace. The chairman encouraged the youth to leverage on the various empowerment and agricultural programs to better their lives, while those misled to go into any form of social menaces will get to be rehabilitated and come back into the society. This is good to note that our governors are not resting in their oars, and I also want to appreciate everyone one way or the other who have been speaking up, who have not kept their mouth shut, and who have always been saying that, look, we are innocent of this, especially the mouthpiece of the indigenous people of Biafra. I'm referring to Emma Powerful. Each time some of those videos go online, he usually comes very quickly to debunk it. Now you've heard from the governors forum themselves, and you've heard what they've got to say, that this whole issue of ESN, Eastern Security Network, this whole issue of IPOB, every video that has to do with one form of menace or the other, they'll brand themselves. Yes, and when this whole thing started, I could still remember Senator Ineabaribe said, look, there are several groups that have emerged, and the most popular one of them all is IPOB, then eventually MASOP. So everyone who wants to get known, they either use that name IPOB to put them into the limelight or to get on the unnecessary, hype over it. But the my part, I've always been saying one or two things about it, saying that, look, these guys they're definitely not some members. And that goes to also tell you that some of the politicians have an idea, have a fair knowledge of what is going on. And like, if you want to mention some of the groups, they're huge. I don't even know all of them. Some will say that BNG, Biafran National League. Okay, the Biafra National Guard. There's Biafra National League, that's BNL. Then we have Asari Dokubo's Biafra de facto movement. Then we also have, and there are other ones like maybe Biafra Motherland Guard or something. Too many groups. So you cannot just wake up one morning and begin to just say it has to be IPOB. Don't forget that IPOB was hurriedly and very hastily proscribed. And these guys have been doing all they can to see how they can be deproscribed, and their activities they're trying as much as they can into to the international scene to let the whole world know that they're a non-violent movement. And you can imagine all the issues going on in Southeast, and they keep branding somebody just come, oh, we are IPOB members. You just begin to see now the governors are beginning to see reasons. They're beginning to look beyond their noses. They're beginning to see that, look, maybe this is not exactly how it is. Or maybe, just maybe, this is probably the script that they want the world to see. Maybe this is the drama they want the whole world to see. And they're now, beginning to align, okay, just maybe this is not just ESN IPOB thing. Maybe it has gone beyond that. Maybe there are other, independent actors. There are other non-state actors. Maybe there are other agents working behind the scene to see how they can, make a once very peaceful region like Southeast, who is known for their activities of businesses, their trade and commerce, and their industriousness when it comes to the issue of industrialization, all of a sudden, and those kind of sectors thrive so strongly when there's security, and where you are sure that those days, you go to the market, you just see that people just close their store, their still, and just cover it up, and that is it. But these days now, if you see the kind of burglary they put inside marketplaces, you would think it's prison yard, because people are now scared that the wares they buy in hundreds and thousands of money, if they just cover it up without even locking it, by the time they come out, they'll just do what we call clearing and forwarding. They clear it and they forward it to another place for sale. And at the end of the day, you come back empty-handed. So people have become wiser because of the level of insecurity. And they're saying now for it to thrive, because which is the strength of the Igbo man, which is his business drive, there has to be security. And if they remove security from Southeast, they are actually removing the strong leg the Southeasterners used to stand. They're basically not much in politics. They're basically not much in most sectors. But when it comes to business, you will find an Igbo man there. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on what is going on generally in Southeast, and what the Southeastern governors have got to say about the indigenous people of Biafra and that's IPOB and Eastern Security Network, ESN, exonerating them majorly from what is going on in